Hello and welcome to Dynamic GT League for race 9 of 9 of the Group 4 Championship, and this will be the championship decider. However, before we get into the race footage, we've got a little bit of an announcement. Okay, joining me now we have the Dynamic GT League owners, and that's Dynamic GT League SRI and Dynamic GT League or DGT League SGP. Hi guys, how are you both?
Not too bad, thank you.
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm absolutely fantastic. Okay, got a few questions to ask you guys about this season and a bit of stuff that a few of the drivers want to know. So I'm going to get into it straight away. So kind of quick fire, if we can. So Ray, a few of the drivers have been asking what's happening at the end of this championship and what's happening for the next championship.
So at the end of this championship, we'll have to break.
Sorry, you're having what? You broke up then.
2 weeks break. And one race is still on the Thursday night if people want to do it. And then for next championship we are using Toyota FR Racing Concept car, so it'll be a one car championship.
Okay.
Is that interesting?
No problem. There was a few problems with your microphone then, so just in case anybody couldn't understand what you said, it's nothing to do with you being Scottish. There was some crackling on your microphone, then it went to a different volume level. Steve, would you like to repeat what Ray said?
In English?
Yes, that.
Right, yeah, we're going to do a one-make race. It'll be the Toyota SFR Racing Concept. There is 2 SFRs, so you need to make sure you get the Racing Concept one, otherwise you'll be really slow. It costs 80 grand, so it's not too much, and it's going to hopefully create even closer, great racing.
Yep, and even the dog's getting involved in this. Ray, are the drivers going to be able to do anything to the car?
They're able to change gear ratios and aerodynamics.
Are they going to be allowed to tune it up though? Because I believe I heard rumours that the idea is to max tune the car and then balance of performance to be put on.
I'll answer that one. It's an N400 car, but you can tune it up to an N500, you can max tune it, and we're going to set it so it's an N500 balance of performance. So what you'll need to do as a driver is maximum tune it, and then we'll have balance of performance on. So it will be quicker than the standard racing concept. So,
Okay, no problem. In that case then, Ray, I'm going to come to you again, and then Steve can translate. Is trying a one-make championship a test for future events?
No, we'll still have group races, but we might try these one car championships and see how everybody likes it and get feedback from people. If it all goes well, then yeah, we'll be up to suggestions of cars and what people want to race as well.
Yeah, I mean, just to elaborate on that in English. No, okay. Just to elaborate on that. What we found is when you race the road cars or the street cars, even if you put balance of performance on, the gap between some of the cars can be huge, can be massive. So to make it for the road cars, to make it a one-make race championship, it just brings everything close together. So when we're doing the group races like we've just done the Group 4 championship, we can open it up to any of the cars. But when it goes to road cars, to keep racing close together, it just seems more competitive to do the one-make race.
Okay, so then guys, for the drivers out there, make sure you buy the Toyota SFR Racing Concept that hopefully I'm showing on the screen at the moment as well. Okay, Steve, how do you think this Group 4 Championship has gone?
Terrible for me, I think. No, to be fair, it's been a great success for us as a league. It's been always a learning curve from race to race. Some drivers have come and gone. Some drivers have stuck it out to the end. and with one race to go, the championship's still wide open. Hopefully you'll have some sort of disconnection or something, because obviously I need you to finish way down the order in this next race and for me to win it.
Yeah, that is true. Ray, is there anything that you would have done differently this season regarding like running of the championship?
Gonna say Sarthe, but no, I think what we've done as a league has been great. I don't think there's been much negative on the league. I think it's all kind of been positive. We've been even yourself, we've been there to help others. You've helped out quite a few as well. I don't think there's been anything that could change.
Okay, Steve, what about yourself?
Well, the only thing I would probably say is make the drivers a bit more aware that if they do have a coming together with other cars on track, don't deal with it in a negative way on track. Deal with it in a positive way.
Games.
And then if you feel it needs, if you feel it needs looking at by the admins, you can report it to the admins. Yeah. And sometimes when you see it on the footage and because you've been sat there moaning about another driver bumping into you, when you look back at the footage, it might be not his fault. It might be the fact that he had another car on the other side of him as well.
Yeah.
So you can't always just go, he was pulling over on me. Yeah.
So for doing something differently, then it would be just about. I don't want to necessarily say educate the drivers more, but just give the drivers a little more awareness.
Well, give the drivers more awareness, but also make the drivers be more aware that they can come to us with their problems, rather than just going, oh no, I keep getting smashed off every week, I'm not racing anymore. Well, hang on a minute, let's have a look at the footage and see if there's a reason why you're getting hit off, because if it's because, you never know, it might be something that you're doing.
Yeah.
If you're trying to squeeze into a space where there's only room for 2 cars, but actually you're 3 cars wide, and you're not aware of the 3rd car, that might be why you keep having accidents.
Okay, on to the next question then. Open this up to either one of you. Will there be any other events on other days?
There are things in the pipeline I can't discuss right now, so there's always the option for things on other days.
Okay. Ray, then, to yourself, how do people join or follow your league?
So we can message us on Facebook at Dynamic GT League, or they can send me or Steve SGP a PSN message on DGT League _SGP or _SRI. That's how you do that. They can follow us on YouTube as well. It's Dynamic GT League.
Yep, which, if they're watching this, they're watching the YouTube channel. There's also, I believe, PlayStation Network community, Dynamic GT League, that people can join as well. Okay guys, that's all the questions I've got for you for the moment, other than what's the date your next championship will start?
The 3rd of January, it's a Thursday again. Times will stay the same, and it will be another 9 race season, and the circuits are to be confirmed.
Okay, last thing then, is there anything else that you two would like to say?
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to all the team that's helped out, yourself, James, Steve, and all the drivers for being there racing and giving us great footage as well for YouTube. Just like to thank everybody.
Yep, and if any drivers have got anything they want to suggest to help us improve for the future, feel free to drop us a message.
Okay, good stuff. That's then the Dynamic GT League owners. The final race of the Group 4 Championship is coming up shortly, and once that is completed, there'll be some random events over the Christmas period. And then we'll be on to the SFR Championship, the Toyota SFR. So make sure you join us for that. Guys, I hope you have a great Christmas. I hope we have some fun on track before the start of the next season, and I hope we have some fun on track during this race. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Right then, time to focus on today's event, round 9 of 9 from Cirque de la Sarthe with the chicanes. Quick look at the championship order at the moment. First place is Demon R on 148 points. Second place is SGP on 134. Steve F1 in third on 97 points, with Twilight in fourth on 69. Callum Paul Banks and SRI on 65 points. Aceman on 62. Rich Blues on 56. Hulkenberg on 44. Nally in 10th place on 28, with Formula Gary 1 point behind him on 27. Bunzel 1 point behind him on 26. My Bad in 13th on 23 points, and Dave the Harp in 14th on 18 points. Drew 15th on 6 points, and Kiwi hasn't attended yet. Quick look then at the qualifying order. On the first row then we have DGT League SGP in pole position alongside Steve F1. Dave the Harp takes third. Twilight starts in fourth. Drew will start from 5th place. DGT League SRI in 6th, and Demon R down in 7th. Hulkenberg in 8th. Demon R starting from the back because he had to take a comfort break during qualifying and didn't have time to set a lap. Okay, and the drivers are ready. I'm going to hand over to James for the start of the race.
So there we go, we're zooming in straight on SGP. He's took pole position, the lights are out and away they go. Twilight, it looks like he's had a fantastic start. He's up to P2, already off the starting line in that Lamborghini.
It is. He did say that he was on fire in practice, and it is literal with the livery on his car. SGP's actually had a decent start in the Audi. However, Steve F1 started second. He's now down to 6th.
Gone backwards, and there is Dave the Harp at the back in P7. We're going to go too wide. SRI defending, and he's managed to get in front of Twilight, so he's up to P2 in that KFC livery.
He is now. The KFC livery is poignant at this race because prior to the event we were saying that this is going to be Cirque de la Sarthe with the chickens, and the amount of people that were asking what's with the chickens, it was quite amusing. Basically it's Fernando Alonso's way of saying chicanes, and the chicanes are at the end of these long straights, James, and it looks like everyone's taken a tight line up against the wall there, but SGP's opened up a massive gap.
Yeah, he has, but behind him there, Twilight is a bit of a cork in the bottle. He's going to go 3 wide in the background behind Demon R.
Looking at his livery, he's a little bit preemptive. He's got to make sure he's going to finish this race to actually be crowned the Group 4 champion. Bit of a risk. Oh, Dave the Harp, he's out of shape. He's going off. He's taking Drew and Twilight after a great start. He's spinning at the first big chicane.
Yeah, I think Dave the Harp was slammed into there. I think he had no control over his car as he slammed into the wall there, but got Drew and Steve F1 really close in the slipstream.
Yeah, now Steve F1 trying to recover from losing second place at the start. Now straight line speed is massively important around this track, James, as Steve F1 is showing now. However, you still need a car that can handle the corners, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Through here you can easily run wide and cost yourself a lot of time, but Steve F1 looks to be getting very, very close, but that Mustang is getting in the slipstream now. Yeah,
Drew in the Red Bull Ring was a state trooper. I think he's a cop again on this one. But Dave Hart coming under pressure from Steve F1 and Drew as well. They're going to have to make sure they can see their braking points down at the kink and the hairpin.
Yeah, it looks like they're closing in on Demon House. Doesn't seem to have as good top line speed as that Audi.
Could be right there, unless the car is set up for slipstreamers. Drew trying to make a move on Dave the Harp. I don't think he realised that Steve F1 was next to him. Steve F1 has got an interesting livery here, by the way, as well, James, if you actually managed to get a close look at it.
Yeah, I noticed he's trying to do a bit of a Family Guy livery, which I quite like. But yeah, SRI is falling back now into the pack. SGP's managed to pull away at the front, but this now is becoming a bit of a battle behind.
Yeah, SRI coming under pressure from Demon R. Demon R's been hit by Dave the Harp though. I think they're going to get it slowed down, yeah, just in time. Everybody makes it round the corner there, the Gant sponsored corners. I don't know what a Gant is, but there we go.
Oh, SRI's run wide there.
It is so easy to do. You really don't want a rough KFC.
No, definitely not, especially when they run out of chicken. So here comes Dave the Arps. Oh, he's side by side with Steve F1. No, Steve F1's got in front of him. Here comes as well the Mustang, but it's all going to get tense as we're heading into the section with corners now.
The section, I like it. SRI having a sneaky look up the inside, but that may send him wide on the exit. Steve F1 makes a beautiful move around the outside of SRI. So yeah, SRI taking a tighter line meant that he couldn't carry the speed around the corner as the track now gets a little twistier and a little twistier. And there is the Family Guy livery with Cool Whip. I think that's the best impression of that I've ever done.
That was quite good. So now here comes Steve. Can he try it around the outside of Demon R? Is he going to brake early? No, he shoves him wide, and that's going to compromise Steve F1's exit. So here comes SRI. Oh, in the background there's Dave the Arp going side by side with Drew, but Steve managed to make it through there quite nicely.
Twilight has managed to catch up to the pack as well. Now, this race, once again, it's going to be 40 minutes long, plus a lap, whatever lap 40 minutes is ending on. And tyre-wise, oh, Demon R's gone deep, and so has Drew. Oh, Drew making contact with SRI there, battering that chicken.
Dave the Arp's got a run now on SRI. Oh, I think SRI just turned in slightly on Dave the Arp, and he's had to run onto the gravel, but we cannot see it at this moment as Demon R is fending off Steve F1. Steve
gets a decent exit out of the right hander here. He'll have a phenomenal run on the back of that Corvette. I do think that Demon R's car is set up more for running in a bit of slipstream for the benefit of a top speed. Twilight though making a move on Drew, getting into the slipstream of SRI, and SRI trying to gain on Steve F1. Oh, Drew and Twilight, we got the cops on fire.
Yeah, if I was near the back end of this pack, I would be probably wanting to jump into the pit lane at the end of this lap.
Yeah, Steve F1 looking up the inside. Oh, but there comes SRI! Sends Steve F1 straight through the chicane. Demon R was sent into the gravel as well. But I think, yeah, it has. It's reset Demon R further back. So Steve F1 goes from third up to second with an assist from SRI.
Yeah, that was pretty shocking, like as if he just didn't know that there were a chicane coming up, and it's pretty funny that the KFC boy didn't realise that there were a chicane there.
That is very, very true. Dave Hart now making a move on Drew, and Twilight trying to catch up. See, I was trying to mention about the tyres. The super soft tyres are probably going to last 2 laps, maybe 3 to push. The soft tyres will comfortably last 2 laps and 3 or 4 are to push, but we're looking at what, 4.5 minutes ish for a lap, so I think 2 laps is about what we're going to see for pit stop windows.
Yeah, Demon R getting in the slipstream, and he's pulling out now to the right hand side. We've seen earlier on that Drew was a little bit out of control when it come up to the braking zone. Here we go, let's see what he does with Dave the Art behind him. Oh, he's missed it again.
That he has. The cops are testing out the gravel. Yeah, that works. Need some lights on that car. Little tip to Drew, if you're going to drive a pretend cop car, buy the safety car that's on the game. It's got lights on it.
Yeah, that would be, I'm not too sure. Is the safety car available in this class?
No. I don't
there
think
you go.
So. Yeah.
But yeah, that might be something that Drew will want to do in his spare time, as Demon R is coming under pressure from SRI. Can SRI try it round the outside? No, he's going for a bit of a switchback, and Steve F1's also going for a bit of a move. Oh,
Steve F1, yeah, Steve F1 losing out of position to Demon R. SRI sneaking up. This is not a part of the track to go 2 or 3 wide. It's too tight.
Yeah, you can say that, but they all made it through there, which shows you they've got some class. And yeah, Dave the Art looks to be coming under pressure now from Demon R.
Sorry, I've got all different kinds of Stewie quotes I'm trying to think of, and I'll get it coming with none. You say they've all got a bit of class. I was thinking, class. You see, I can't do a Stewie. I don't even know. Oh,
Dave the Art from wide.
That he has. That's going to cost him a lot of time, but it's not ran wide as Drew did in the background. So Demon R now up into second place. His championship rival in first place. And a reminder, Twilight into the gravel. He goes. So easy to do that on that right-hander because it's a corner you have to slow down around. But yeah, just a reminder that DGT League SGP needs to win this race, and Demon R needs to finish lower than 10th for SGP to take the championship title. But Demon R's into the pits. Steve F1 will move up into second place.
Yeah, but I bet you by the end of the lap, I bet you a tenner Demon R's in front of this pack. Just because, yeah, you're going to lose time on the in the pit lane, but the amount of grip you're going to get on the outlap will be insane round here.
It will. I am wondering though whether I should take you up on that. I'm going to take you up on that bet, a fake bet, but I'm going to take you up on that bet. Tenner.
Yeah.
Tenner Monopoly money. I reckon by the end of this next lap, he won't have caught up. Okay, so what have we got now? So Steve F1 second place, Dave the Harp in third, SRI in fourth, and Drew fifth, Twilight sixth, Demon R seventh. And even though Hulkenberg was on the grid at the start, he was not feeling very well, and therefore did not actually start the race. He's currently sat in the pits getting a massage.
Yeah, well, not only getting a massage, I heard that he's destroyed one of the portable toilets out on the exit at turn 2. So, yeah, if anybody breaks down there, you definitely won't be wanting to visit them toilets in a hurry.
Nah, they're a little bit melted.
Yeah, like Aliens Flood.
or Terminator 2, the metal.
Yeah.
What are we doing? SRI catching up to Dave the Harp. He's late on the brakes. He's managed to stop it though in time, just.
Yeah, that was so late on the brakes. Dave the Harp there, absolutely just by the skin of his teeth managed to make the corner. But that's compromised his exit now. And can SRI get in the slipstream?
Yeah, he can. He's in the slipstream. The thing is though, I mean, the long straight here, it eludes me the name of this straight all the time. But this straight, given the chicanes, if you are too close to the back of someone, it is so easy to miss your braking points, and it only takes a little tap to send someone flying through the gravel.
Yeah, it's very easy to find yourself out in that gravel getting sucked off.
Cool. Yeah, James. Now, I just want to point out Demon R in the background, so nearly half a lap through this, he's not got to the front of this queue. Hang on a minute, is everybody going to pit at the end of this lap, James? Is that what you're thinking? Dave the Harp into the gravel.
Oh, Dave the Harp just completely forgot where he's driving. And yeah, he's just come back on the track, but that will help. And there you can see, in the background, Demon R almost lost the rear end there, but you can see already how far he's managed to close in on these guys.
Yeah, now Dave the Art may have just been showing there exactly what I was on about. If you're very close to the back of someone, it is very easy to miss your braking point, and it only takes a metre of missing to end up 10 metres off the track.
Yeah, but yeah, the marshals out there enjoying the sunshine and. And there's Drew for good measure. Yeah, it's a good job that the damage is not on, because some marshals wouldn't be appreciating having to repair them barriers.
No. I am hearing though that Ray is being offered a new sponsorship from the Crash Test Dummies. No, not the band. But there we go. Okay, so SGP leading the way. He's opened up a nice gap up at the front, and it's no surprise he's been racing phenomenal in this championship since he got in the Audi. I'm not going to let that go. Since he got in the Audi,
it looks like there's going to be 10 fake pounds coming my way, because Demon R is all over the back of the Arp. All he has to do is get past these two, and then that'll be £10 in my pocket.
It will be, and I'm thinking, I've got a feeling, I wouldn't be surprised if Steve F1 and Twilight head into the pits, but Demon R is trying to make a move on Twilight regardless of what he's doing. Twilight's ran wide, that's going to compromise him on the left-hander, and he runs wide again. That's going to benefit Demon R massively.
Yeah, so Demon R is exactly where I said he was going to be. I must be a fortune teller.
There's one more car. Oh, he's in the pits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. You just want to make sure whenever you...
Hang on, where's the start-finish line? Where's the start? Oh,
it's coming up now.
He's in second place. okay, yeah. I owe you 10.
It's a monopoly in the bag. But yeah, definitely, it just shows you there how much time you can gain with a fresh set of tyres. And definitely well worth pitting on the previous lap.
Definitely. I mean, SGP actually didn't pit. I think he's running the super soft tyre. Demonar was running the super soft tyre on the first stint. I'm not sure what he's running at the moment. My apologies for that, as the rest of the pack make their way out of the pit lane. But yeah, SGP going long again here, and he will be hoping that that's going to benefit him later on. However, Demonar having pitted when he did, and SGP now being on very worn tyres, that gap will be coming down massively.
Yeah, indeed. So, SGP, do we happen to know how many seconds he's in front? I'm not too sure.
No, unfortunately not. It would be nice if it did give a timing gap on the timing tower for us, maybe with the sectors. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't give you an exact time, but I know the gap is reducing massively. All we've got to do is look at the track map on the right hand side, and the first two blue arrows is SGP and Demonar.
Yeah, so Drew there in third place. It's not doing too bad, but Steve F1, I think he'll be wanting to change that pretty soon.
Oh, you cursed him. You cursed. He's not doing too bad. Off he go. I can't, James. So cool. I think you should give that tenner to Drew for a new set of brake pads.
I think Drew just needs to. I'll give him a tenner when he learns where the braking points are.
Fair enough. He'll want that after as well. Okay, so where are we up to now? We're on lap 4. SGP still has not pitted. The gap is still coming down. Steve F1 sitting in third place, taking a lot of curb there. I think Steve F1 was listening to you, James, and thinking, okay, if he doesn't know where his braking points are, I'm going to take a slightly unusual line here in case I get
wiped out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, this Mustang, as we've said all the way through the season, it's a fantastic car in a straight line. But put it in a corner, it's as good as a chocolate teapot.
At least you could eat it. That's good thinking now, isn't it? Actually, yeah, that would be quite useful. You could eat it. Oh, Drew's gone deep, but not as deep as SRI. The chicken is testing out the gravel.
Yeah, that's definitely going to put a bit of crunch in his Kentucky Fried Chicken. But yeah, Twilight is flaming hot in qualifying, but he seems to be a bit of a damp squib in the race so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's been looking at sort of the back and the side of Drew's car for quite a lot. He had to sort of have a bit of a recovery drive. But that Lamborghini is an interesting car. It's a four-wheel drive car and it hasn't actually got the greatest of straight line speed, but it is good in the corners, as Twilight is showing there. Is Drew going to go deep into this braking zone? Not as deep as Twilight, but Twilight, actually, they both did really well there to get through that corner. Very respectful.
Yeah, and behind these guys, there's SRI managing to gather his thoughts, but SGP, that gap's coming down, but he just looks to be out having a picnic out there in first place.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's 5.5 seconds slower than his previous fastest lap. That's how much time he's losing on worn tyres as Drew goes wide, and that's Twilight's opportunity to gain a place, and he does.
Yeah, this is Twilight now. Can he close in on Steve? That would be epic if he could, but he's running a touch wide there out on the marbles. Oh, but not as wide as Drew.
SGP then into the pits in his interesting liveried car, that's for sure. Have you seen what it is, James?
It just looks like a huge mouth.
Could it possibly be a shark?
You don't get yellow sharks, do you?
You do if they're babies.
What?
Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do. That's what it is.
Right, well, Dave the Art's going side by side with SRI. Under braking, SRI's run a touch wide. Dave the Art trying it round the outside, but Dave the Art's now running wide as well.
Let's go hunt. Let's go hunt. That's what it sings. Here comes the baby shark. No.
Is this a song from pre-1990s? If it is,
No.
I will not have a clue.
No, it's massive. It's
What?
like it's ridiculous. It literally almost
It can't-
broke the internet recently. They've even just come out with a Sarthe shot. No, it goes Sarthe shot. Sarthe shot.
It can't be that big if I've never heard of it. Anyway, SGP is really flying now. He's like a bullet in that car, let alone a shark.
It's like a shark in water.
Yeah, he's just chewing through the competition.
That he is. I mean, his straight lines. Oh!
That's alright.
Oh!
What is he playing at?
I think it's fair to say the chicken battered the shark.
I think it's fair to say that chicken needs putting down.
I think it may just be being put down. Yeah, it looks like SRI is parking it. I think he realises he's not had the greatest of races today, yeah, for the benefit of everybody else, he's decided to park their car, take a breather, take a break. And you know what? A fair play to him. Sometimes people have off days and you just have to go, you know what? For the benefit of everybody else, I'm just gonna stop for a moment.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I think he's stopped near where James Hulkenberg stopped at that Portaloo. Oh, he's going into Portaloo. He wouldn't want to do. Oh, he's just been sick.
Quite clever that.
But yeah, Davey out now is coming under pressure from Twilight. It's a good job we didn't catch that on camera, because that would have been going on You've Been Framed.
Yeah. It's got me thinking about Bob Mortimer now, who very nearly took a video of him having a shit. If you've never, excuse my language, if you've never seen Taskmaster, watch it. It's brilliant, especially the series with Bob Mortimer on it. Anyway, back to the action. So, SGP has pitted, but that incident with SRI has lost him a lot of time. He was literally just making a move on Dave the Harp, but now, having been reset, he's going to have to do it all over again, James.
Yeah, so Demon Eyes having the rub of the green right now. But yeah, here comes SGP on Twilight. Pretty easy pickings there. But Dave the Art might be a tougher cookie.
That he might be. Although SGP still does have fresher tyres as Twilight runs a little bit wide. I've got to admit, I do like that delivery on Twilight's car. I don't know if he did it himself. Oh, where's Dave gone?
Oh,
There
Dave
he
the
is.
Art has just, yeah, he's just at least he didn't go too far wide into the kitty litter, but I don't know where Twilight's going. He looks to be on the grass.
I'm wondering if Twilight's wondering if he perhaps gave Dave the Harp a little bit of a nudge there or something, or he's just making sure he's nowhere near Dave. I mean, we do know that when you're driving a car behind Dave the Harp, you can hear him. It doesn't matter how loud the car is, you can hear him.
Yeah, and the sponsorship is really eye-catching as well on his rear bumper.
Weetabix.
No.
Red Bull.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, where's FGP going?
Oh, that is a fish out of water there. That's Dave the Harp then back through into third place. Demon also. Some potential champion he is. Can't even get into the pit lane without crashing.
I think he's drunk. They're getting ready to top him up with some more whiskey. Here comes Dave the Harp into the pit lane, and his crew are looking absolutely knackered. I don't know what they've been doing.
Sponsor's got a party in the pit lane.
I think they're sponsored by Pall Mall or something. They've all been having fags.
No comment. Steve F1 now leads the race though. Interesting situation for Stowe. I must admit, it does look like we've got 2 or 3 very different pit strategies going on here. Demon R pitted early, got rid of super soft tyres, put soft tyres on. SGP super soft tyres went a lap or 2 longer, but he's being compromised at the moment. Steve F1 looks like he's kind of found himself in a situation of leading the race and probably thinking, when does he make his next pit stop? As Twilight might be thinking about doing one soon, because those tyres just got a little bit dirty.
Yeah, I think Demon R's just sitting in the pound seat. Yeah, he's in He's in 5th place at the moment, but I think he'll be near the front by the end of this lap because he's closing in on these guys by at least a second per sector.
Yeah, and we have to remember as well that he actually, all he needs to do is finish the race and he gets crowned as champion. But being the type of person that he is, he would still like to win if the opportunity is there, Drew.
Drew, he's, bless him, he's doing his best.
Yeah, I mean, I do know that Drew has only had the GT Sport game for a couple of weeks or 2 or 3 weeks, so he is still very new to the game, that's for certain. But one of the things I would say is that if you happen to brake late and hit a car ahead of you once, okay, try and learn from it. Twice, okay, you can still. 3 times, okay, you're ready. 4, 5, 6 times, right, you need to really take action.
Yeah, and taking action in his Demon R right now as Drew's just going for a bit of a joyride, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Twilight is really struggling on his tyres as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Twilight and Drew into the pits at the end of this lap. So Demon R can see SGP ahead of him, but Demon R has recently pitted. SGP has probably still got another 2 laps before he thinks about pitting again, as we are, just over halfway through the race. But that's Steve F1. He's made a mistake on worn tyres. That I think that's going to make him head into the pits, isn't it? Because that shark just missed out on a dinner.
Well,
I don't know what the hell that was meant to be.
It's alright, I'll mix them up. But anyway, yeah, here comes now Twilight on the side of... is that Drew? Yeah, it's in the Mustang. I don't know why I'm questioning the size of that Mustang. It's about twice the size of every other car on the grid. But yeah, here comes Dave the Arp as well. I think he's recently... Yeah, he's pitted as well on the previous lap, so I expect him to be... I think Dave the Arp might need a pair of new underpants after that, because that was squeaky bum time indeed.
In the Jump Championships, Twilight has just got 10 points.
Yeah, that were not the greatest of moments, but Steve F1 is not too far in front of Demon R now, and Dave the Arp's closed in on Demon R as well. So these two, the pitted. I think the gap between the pair of them on the pit lane entry were about 3 seconds. It's now about half a second.
Yeah, that is true. However, Steve F1 and SGP are right in front of them. So this is starting to get a little bit feisty as we're heading into the last 15 minutes. I do think we are going to see Steve F1 heading into the pits, though, seeing as he's had a bit of an accident on this lap. SGP, he's going to want to try and open up that gap for the lead again. But I mean, James, any ideas? Have you got any guesses of how many more times you think these guys might have to pit?
Well, I think Dave the Arp's going to probably just copy whatever Demon R does. So that's going to be pitting every 2 laps, it looks like. And I think by the end of it, better grip on tyres will beat out trying to go long on your tyres.
I think you could be right there. Steve F1 did not pit, so the battle is going to continue. Twilight is into the pits, no surprise there. His tyres were absolutely shot. Oh, Demon R's gone deep. That's going to give Dave the Harp a good run on him. Oh, it's costly. It could be costly.
Dave the Arp run wide on the exit though, but we're going to go side by side, and Dave the Arp he's gone through. That was a nice little move there. But Steve F1 is closing. Oh no,
Dave's
he's
gone
wide.
Deep. Dave's gone massively deep, and that might put Demon R out of shape on the exit. No, Demon R manages to slip back through. And I mean, one of the things that I know about Demon R, and you do as well, he doesn't really mind if people are going to overtake him into a corner, because it's what happens after the corner that's really important.
Yeah, and Steve F1's remarkably been able to close back in on SGP.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. So Steve F1 trying to get Family Guy in the slipstream, and it's working. He's gaining and gaining.
It might be Quagmire in the car.
I don't know if that was Quagmire or the robot from Blake. Or was it Blake?
Hey, how old are you? I'm 13. 18. I like when this is good.
That was Quagmire, by the way. I hope your missus didn't just hear you say that, James. Okay, Steve F1, he's really closing in on to SGP now.
He's going to go for it. He's definitely going to go for it. If you don't go, oh no, he didn't go for it. I'm quite surprised there. But here comes Dean Menard behind. I think if Steve F1 don't get on with this, Dean Menard, Dave the Harp are going to have him.
Yeah, you could be right. I don't think Dean Menard is really benefiting from slipstream on Steve F1 at the moment. Dave the Harp definitely is, though. He's actually having a look and making the move past Dean Menard. But if Dean Menard is getting any benefit of slipstream, we'll see it here, because he'll just comfortably stay ahead of Dave the Harp. But it's not happening.
Yeah. Steve F1, is he going to challenge into the braking zone? This is a very tricky one as you're turning right and then right again. Oh, Dean Menard ran over I think there were a cone there in the middle of the road.
I think you might be right. One of the green bollards in the middle of the road there, putting the car out of shape, and that has allowed Dave the Harp through. So Dean Menard's now going to have to watch out for the fuzz right behind him.
I've just realised what it was. It wasn't a green cone, it was just a huge cigar from Dave the Harp's sponsors of Pall Mall.
Oh, I thought you was going to say it was the outcome of SRI heading into the motored cubicle.
No, SRI, a bit of bad news.
Oh, Dave the Harp!
Oh yeah, Dave the Harp's gone off. I think he's seen what I've just seen. SRI's getting put in back of an ambulance on a stretcher.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
The Colonel is going to
the cooker.
It's like the morgue at the moment.
I couldn't think of the crematorium. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
The cookhouse.
I might have to do a livery with Bernard Matthews on the side of it, going, let's get to the cookhouse.
Oh dear. Okay, so we're just heading into, in about 15 seconds time, we're heading into the last 10 minutes of this race, and look how close this battle is for the lead. 4 cars within the space of 2 or 3 seconds.
I've just realised as well that Dean Menard's tempting fate here. He's got season 1 champion on the side of his car before he's even before he's wrapped.
I know what you're trying to say, but stuff's happening. Everybody's gone into the pits.
Yeah.
Apart from Drew.
Drew, ain't there? I don't know what Drew's doing. I don't think Drew knows what Drew's doing.
Well, this could be quite interesting though. SGP headed into the pits, followed by Dean Menard, Dave the Harp and Steve F1, or Steve F1, Dean Menard, Dave the Harp. So this is going to get very interesting. None of them are probably going to have to stop again before the end of the race. Drew is now going to be leading the race. This is going to get interesting. Sorry.
Yeah, and as well, I think we've just found Dave the Harp's new nickname. It's Dave the.
Yeah, I tried saying the name, but nothing came out. Literally, I was like, what's happened to my voice?
Well, that's the amount of things he's smoking. He can't even say his full name.
Yeah.
It's Dave the. Oh, but SGP now is coming under pressure because everybody is on brand new there's a Marshall. Oh, what? Was that SRI? Or was that James Hulkenberg? I think that was James Hulkenberg grinning after having a banger down at turn 2.
He's laughing because he's heard what's happened to SRI. But yeah, I mean, you're right, this is going to get... I mean, there's Drew leading the race. SGP's pitted, Steve F1's pitted, Dean Menard's pitted, Dave the Harp's pitted, Twilight hasn't pitted, but this is now a battle for the lead. This could get very, very interesting indeed.
Right, but we're tempting fate here. You know, Drew's leading the race; he could win here.
Is the A-team in this? Tempting face? Where's Mr. T?
I pity the fool. Get some nuts.
You ain't gonna see me in no plane.
I'm gonna kill him. Sorry, I just went straight to Rocky 3 there. But yeah, here comes Steve F1 who's going side by side with Drew. I think Drew's going to be a sitting duck here, as all these guys have got way superior grip, but SGP needs to watch out because Drew doesn't know where that braking point is.
Yeah, that is true. Dave the Harp ran a little bit wide though. Steve F1 takes evasive. Dave the Harp lost out to Demon R there, I think, and Steve F1 now making the move on Drew. But yeah, I mean, Drew's tyres are knackered, and he is finding himself in a situation he's perhaps not been used to recently, as Demon R makes the move past him. Dave the Harp following in the slipstream. Steve F1 is saying, "You ain't having my slipstream." Demon R said, "Yes, I am."
But SGP is managing to pull away, and this is what you need to do if you get caught up in a bit of a battle. You don't want to get caught up in the pack.
That is true. Demon R looking at Steve F1, but Drew's giving him a nudge. That sent Steve F1 and Demon R into the pit. Oh, now it's resulted in Twilight into the barrier.
Oh, this is getting pretty poor. You know, to say that that's the police, I'd be reporting the police, to be fair. Police brutality.
I was trying to think of a song then, one of Sting's from Police, but it eluded me.
Sting. What's he doing now?
He's dead. No, he's
dead.
not. No, he's not. Sorry, I was thinking of David Bowie. It's Bowie that's dead. Well, they're from the same era. Was that Quagmire again? Okay. Oh, Dave the Harp goes for a move, but it's gone deep. Oh, he had a chance of second place.
Quagmire likes it to go deep. I like where this is going.
Okay, Steve F1 now up into second place there. Demon R into third. SGP has just ran away once again, showing he's him in this car. It's a marriage made in heaven.
It's like a duck to water. It's like a penguin to ice.
It's like a penguin to Kit Kat.
It's like it's like a pig to shit.
Apologies for the language there, folks.
Oh, but yeah, Steve F1, yeah, he's got Demon R all over him. But to be fair, he's doing a top job with Steve F1.
Oh, that he is. He's improved dramatically over the course of this championship, that's for sure. Dave the Harp trying to close in on the back of Demon R. Demon R just trying to focus on his lines through the chicanes to have a decent run on Steve F1 across the start-finish line. Pulls out, says, "No, I think I might have to go back in."
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, I like where this is going. But can Dave the Harp try it round the outside? No, Demon R. Under braking, are they going to go deep? No, just manages to stick it in there.
Yep, Steve F1 did run a little bit wide on the exit though, and we saw Dave the Harp have a run on Demon R earlier on through this corner. Now he's trying it around the outside. That's going to give him the inside for the next corner. Late on the brakes, but a bit of understeer, and that nudges Demon R off onto the track, taking the service road and keeping hold of third place there. Dave the Harp's also going to lose out to Twilight now, is he? Side by side they go.
Yeah, Demon R did not like that bump and grind there, but Dave the Harp is struggling, but he's quick, but he's struggling.
That's what happens when you're out of breath.
Yeah, but yeah, Steve F1 has managed to pull a bit of a gap now over Demon R, and Demon R is not the quickest in a straight line, as we've said before. Can Dave the Harp manage to overtake in a straight line?
No.
Right, so...
Oh, Demon R's gone deep. No, Demon R too late on the brakes. That's
go
costly.
Yeah, it is costly when you go that deep. You do not want to go that deep.
Dave the Harp then having a little look up the inside. Twilight sitting in his slipstream, but not anymore. Demon R slots into that gap to try and benefit again from the straight line speed of that Audi.
Yeah, can Demon R get sucked along here? I'm not too sure.
Not by Dave the Harp, please, no.
Oh, but watch out, here comes Twilight under braking. Ooh, just pulled out there at the last moment. That was close to penetration there at the brake.
It really wasn't. I think Demon R saw him come in and left plenty of room. You're dying to giggle, I know you're. Okay, SGP the gap he's pulled out is absolutely ridiculous. Steve F1 is benefiting from these guys battling. Drew has recently pitted, so he's now on brand new tyres as the brakes on that Corvette glowing red hot.
Yeah, it's getting steamy down there.
Oh dear. Right, let's calm it down, or we won't be able to broadcast this commentary. Twilight is having a look on the back of Demon R now.
Demon R's really surprised me. I mean, I was thinking he was going to win this.
I think he was as well. But at the same time, it's that kind of mentality of he doesn't need to, he only needs to finish. So...
The rear end were as loose as James Hulkenberg earlier on. And there is Dave the RP run a bit wide as well.
Yeah, Drew, he didn't go off, but he was slow through the corner as well. I think Dave the Arp's just gone off again, perhaps struggling a little bit as we are now, we're about 2 minutes away from the timer running out, so the drivers are probably going to be finishing this lap and one more, and then that'll be it. Championship over. So Twilight somehow finds himself now sitting in third place after both Demon R and Dave the Harp made mistakes.
Do you think it was worth pitting on this last lap?
I would say no. You're probably not going to gain enough time back, to be honest. Not unless if you were the leader and you've got a nice gap at the front, then maybe. If you're in this pack of three, no, it's not worth that risk.
Demon R now, can he manage to get past in the corners?
Oh, Dave the Harp into the pits. Are you psychic, James?
There's the horse.
Psychic horse. Demon R better exit out of the final chicane than Twilight, although Twilight is still trying to fight it, I believe. But yeah, Dave the Harp into the pits, going for a brand new set of tyres. I suppose we'll find out if it's going to benefit him or not, as Demon R and Twilight go side by side round turn one. Twilight's got the tight line into the left-right chicane as Demon R backs out and lets him retake the place, focusing on trying to get a better exit.
This is definitely going to go down to the wire. I think Dave the Art may possibly, he might be crazy, but this could be a massive stroke.
Oh, Twilight! He's ran wide. Oh, it's going to cost him loads of time out there on the grass. There's no grip, and that puts Drew up to fourth place. Drew's done well to get back into this. Okay, he pitted a lap ago, I think it was, a lap or two ago, so slightly fresher tyres maybe. So maybe you're right. Dave the Harp could benefit. He is a long way back at the moment.
But yeah, Twilight, that was very, very costly. He's done so well throughout this race. But yeah, Drew's just managed to pick up the spoils there.
He has. Oh, is he going to pick up anything else in the corner? Yep. He's picking up the Corvette. And that's just let Twilight through. Oh, that's going to help Dave the Harp catch up a little bit, that is.
No, that were horrific.
Wasn't good. He should have put his sirens on.
And SGP is just having a holiday out there.
He is. I mean, to be fair though, Steve F1 is sort of keeping pace with him at the moment. The gap isn't increasing, but we are now on to the final lap of the race. Demon R is now closing up to the back of Twilight, and I am hearing as well that Twilight had said just before the previous chicane, he'd said to his engineer, he says, I'm not going to attack him, I'm just going to wait for Drew to wipe him out and then I'll pass them both. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Demon R's got a really good exit there. This could be a nice move.
It would be nice if we had some timing gaps between the drivers. Oh, we don't need it. You can see Dave the Harp in the background. So that's how close Dave the Harp is now. He's still got a possibility of getting in this fight for third.
I think it's definitely on the cards because he's closing in so quick now.
That he is. Or Drew and Twilight side by side bumping doors, and here comes Dave the Harp. So we've got less than half a lap to go. This is epic, kind of.
Yep. Twilight is already under attack. Oh, I think Dave the Art's going to get the pair of them down here.
straight line speed advantage of that Audi is really benefiting Dave here, and Demon R ahead is going to be thinking, okay, who do I give slipstream to? And he's choosing the cops at this point because he knows that Dave the Harp has got fresher tyres. How are they going to get on to, oh, where's Drew going? Where's Drew going? Oh, that could have been worse.
It could have, but it looks like it's going to get worse.
Actually, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think Dave the Art might be spitting feathers though, but here he comes. He's going to get back on the slipstream.
I am also hearing as well that a few moments ago, Dave the Harp, when he was trying to catch up, was saying, come on Drew, take him out, take him out. And then when Dave the Harp got next to Drew, he was not happy that he got nudged.
Little bit of karma, but Dave the Harp is through now, and through this tight twisty bit I can only see him pulling away.
Yeah, I think you could be right. SGP then coming up to the final 4 corners. It's been a brilliant race for him and the Baby Shark. I think it's his 4th win of the championship as well, so he has been really, really good. And the front of that Shark almost looks a bit like an Aston Martin, to be honest, but another fantastic win for SGP. Steve F1, brilliant. 2nd place. Demon R is in 3rd place, coming into the final couple of corners, but there's Dave the Harp right on the back of Demon R's gone deep though, touches the sausage curve. Is Dave the Harp going to have a run on him? Yes, he is. Side by side. Dave the Harp did it. Dave the Harp got him.
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. I'm sure Demon R will be wanting to throw bricks at Dave, but too late. He's done it.
He would if he could actually say his name. Okay, we're going to take a look at the race finishing order. I'll go through that in a moment. I just want to say, James, thank you very much for joining me on commentary.
Yeah, with the crude comments as ever. Yep. If you've got children and you were thinking of showing them this video, please don't.
Shouldn't that message be at the start?
Nah.
Okay, but yeah, thanks very much, James, for joining us. Okay, let's take a look at the race finishing order. Taking the top spot once again then is DGT League SGP in his Baby Shark TT. Steve F1 taking 2nd place, and a fantastic sneaky result for Dave the Harp rounding out the podium. Demon R finishing in 4th place just ahead of Drew and also Twilight, with James Huckenberg and DGT League SRI both getting a DNF. Congratulations once again then to DGT League SGP and his fantastic liveries, and I believe some of them are available on the GT Sport car livery section of the game. However, I think everybody wants to know what is SGP going to be doing next season when it comes to liveries. We also need to give congratulations to Demon R for becoming the first Dynamic GT League champion within the Group 4 series. Will he be successful in the Toyota SFR, or will somebody come along and knock him off his perch? In SGP will be hoping so. However, with the cars all being the same, it could be anybody's to win. Let's take a quick look at the final championship standings. Demon R then finished on 161 points, and DGT League SGP was able to close the gap, getting up to 154. Steve F1 confirms 3rd place on 114 points, with Twilight stealing 4th on 79. Callum Paul Banks couldn't race the last few races, so he's joined 5th with DGT League SRI on 65 points, and close behind them was Ace Man on 62. Rich Blues got a decent score of 56 and Hulkenberg on 44. Dave the Harp joined the season late, only to get 33 points, with Nally on 28, Formula Gary 27, Jay Buntle on 26, My Bad on 23, Drew on 17, and Kiwi, I don't think we ever saw him. And finally, I just want to say thank you to the Dynamic GT League admins for putting this race series together, and I wish them all the best in their future endeavours. The next season starting in the beginning of January. If you do want to get involved in the DGT League, check them out on Facebook, YouTube, PlayStation Community. All the info is at the start of the video. so it's there to get if you want it. I also want to say thank you to all of the drivers for taking part, and for everybody that's watched and listened in. I've been Dave from I'll Tell You What TV, the unofficial F1 podcast, doing the commentary with the help of James Shaw. So I just want to say thank you to James, and have a great Christmas, everybody. And remember, don't drink and drive. Save that for playing on the PlayStation.